last week I didn't do a video because I found a puppy on the side of the road and I just had to save it. So I was pretty distracted with that and I ended up finding a home for it. So I'm super excited. Here's a picture of her. Hey guys, welcome back to Tuesday Talk. Sorry I didn't do a video last week. As you heard in the intro, I found a puppy and I was pretty distracted with her and trying to make sure she was okay and finding a home for her. Well, so since I didn't do a video last week, this week it's going to be step 3 and 4 of the home buying process. Step 3 is making an offer on a home. So in step 2, I wanted to make sure that you guys know that there is no perfect home out there. So when you do find the home that's perfect for you, you want to make an offer on it. Now, in the market right now, it's a really hot market, okay? So homes are flying off of the proverbial shelf and they're not staying on the market very long. So whenever you have an agent and they tell you, okay, if you love this house and you would be very disappointed if you lost it, then you need to put an offer on the house right then and there. That's another reason why in step 1 we wanted you to have the pre-approval process, the pre-approval letter. Because if you don't have it, then you can't put an offer on it quickly and the house might slip through your fingers. So you want to put an offer on the house ASAP. Definitely in this market. 2018 is supposedly the best housing market since the crash. So they are not staying on the market for very long. So whenever you submit an offer, you definitely want to try and get the best deal possible. But if in the market right now, there's a lot of multiple offer situations, so you definitely want to try and submit your highest and best offer if there are other offers on the table. What I mean by highest and best is the highest that you're willing to go and the highest that you're most comfortable going. Now, I am a big believer in if it's meant to be, it will be. If you don't get the house, there's another one out there that is even more perfect for you. So everything happens for a reason. So whenever you want to submit your highest and best offer, you have a couple things that you want to keep in mind. If you need the seller to help you with closing costs, that's definitely possible. You can negotiate that in the contract. But keep in mind that the seller is going to look at what their net is. So how much money are they going to walk away with at the closing table? So if you are asking the seller to help you with your closing costs, then you might want to compensate that price with maybe offering a little bit more than list price. You could also do, say you're asking for $5,000 in closing cost assistance. Maybe you could offer $2,500 above asking price. So it's kind of compensating for half of the closing costs you're asking for. That's kind of an option, and it's definitely negotiable. I've done it before and it has worked. So just keep that in mind. If the house has been on the market for a while, then you have a little bit more negotiating room. You can offer a little bit less than list price and maybe ask for a couple other things. The seller might come back and counter and say, okay, well, we'll do this, but we want to go up to this price. Those are kind of some things that you need to keep in mind when making an offer. So that's step 3. Step 4 of the home buying process. After you get an executed contract, that means all parties have agreed to the negotiations and everyone has signed the contract. So that's called a meeting of the minds, where every signature is on the contract. After that, you need, typically it's 1% earnest money. This is good faith money that you will get back at closing. It'll be credited back to you most likely in your down payment. So that's a little bit less money that you'll have to bring to the closing table because you'll already have that credit. You'll need to take that to title or arrange for your agent to take that to title. You'll also need option money if you have an option period, which I highly recommend. The option period is the time after the executed contract where the seller takes the house off the market and you do your inspections and you negotiate repairs. In this period, you can terminate the contract and you'll get your earnest money back. You'll just forfeit the $100 and the money you paid for the inspection. So in this time, you don't have to have a reason to terminate. You have the unrestricted right to terminate for any reason. Say you wake up one morning and you just have a bad feeling about the house. You say, I don't want it anymore. You can terminate. The seller keeps the option money and you get your earnest money back. So it's a really good tool whenever you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned home buyer, because then you're going to do your inspections, you're going to make sure that the house is safe, then you can negotiate big repairs that the seller will do at their expense. This is also a negotiating period. So the seller can say, I'll do these items, but I won't do this. And you can come back and either say okay or no, that's a deal breaker for me. I need everything done. Or the seller can say, okay, I see all of the repairs that you're requesting. I'm going to offer you money in lieu of repairs, and that goes towards your closing cost assistance. That way you save a little money at the closing table and you can save that money for a later time after you have closed on the house to make those repairs. So that's step 3 and 4 of the home buying process. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My number is 512-940-2883. I'll leave my information in the description, and I'll see you next week on Tuesday Talk.